this lecture so that they can watch a video later. Okay. So we're going to do page 21, chapter 3, page 21. Yeah. Yeah. So the first question I want to ask you, we want to find out simplifying this complex fraction like a 5 over 8 over 2 over 5, 2 over 5, yes. Okay. So do you have some idea how to simplify this complex fraction? Not really? Sorry. So anyway, so the main topic is simplifying complex fraction. Okay, so we need to know, what kind of fraction we just call complex fraction here. So I want to say, first thing is A over B over C over D. That's the first type of the complex fraction. And the second one is A over B over C. The third one, A over B over C. So like this, as long as at least one numerator or denominator has another fraction form, we always call it complex fraction. Okay, then now I'm gonna introduce one method how to do it. Basically, so using this one here, first of all, so A over B over C over D, which means A over B divided by C over D, right? So you can rewrite this that A over B multiply D over C here. And then you simplify usually A times D over BC. That's the more like traditional way to simplify complex fraction. But if we do this procedure that's a little bit longer, so that's my opinion. So I will let you know a little bit different way to simplify complex fraction. Okay, so here, sorry. So I'm gonna just make some steps and then we review the question together. So let's see A over B over C over D. So whenever you see any complex fraction form, then please think separately, which means fraction A over B, another fraction C over D. That's key point here. And now you are looking for LCD between two denominators. Okay, so in this case, B and then D, they are common denominator. So this case, LCD becomes B times D.
You said B and D has a common denominator?
Yeah, because we temporarily think the numerator and denominator as a different fraction. Then you can find out common denominator between B and D here, right? Yeah, so this case, so LCD become B times D. And now Second step is you multiply the LCD to each fraction. Okay, then what happened here? So A over B times D over C over D times B times D here. Then we can simplify, this become B's canceled out and D's canceled out. So as a result, we got AD over BC here. So as you see, so sorry, we got the exactly same expression after we simplifying. So that's basically what we do, all different kind of complex fraction. Okay, so let's think about our question A here. So this one, what are the two denominators? Anyone just answer? What are
A
the
and 5.
denominators?
A and 5.
8 and 5, right? 8 and 5.
Yeah.
Then what is the LCD between 8 and 5?
1. 1.
No, not common factor. We are finding common multiple between 8 and
3.
5.
Or 5. 3.
40.
40, right? 40.
Yeah.
So you multiply 40 on this fraction versus this fraction. So you understand what we are doing?
Yeah.
Okay. And now we simplify. So either two different ways: multiply first and divide, or divide first and then multiply. But I recommend second one here because number will be smaller. So 40 divided by 8, what is that? 40 divided by 8 becomes
5.
5. And then 5 times 5 becomes
25.
25. So our numerator becomes 25 here. And now 40 divided by 5.
8.
8. 8 times 2.
16.
16. So our answer becomes 25 over 16. Now, can you find any common factor between 25 and 16 so we can simplify?
What did you say?
So common factor between 25 and 16.
4. No.
It's 1.
We can just find out their prime factorization. 25 means 5 times 5. 16 means 4 times 4, which means 2 times 2. So as you see,
Are you the only one?
factor, so that will now find out. Okay. And now let's think about another question here. So
Yo no me
I'm
vino
gonna give you a
Justin.
few minutes. Now
Justin,
you
cuidado
tell
arriba de
me,
que tú te sientas,
and
Justin.
then, anyone has any questions?
Could you go back up? So the final answer is 5 times 5 over 4 times 4.
Okay, here, so we do P. The
I
question
said, is the final
5
answer 5 times 5?
over 7 over 5 over 3. Okay, so I'm gonna just give you a few minutes. Think about this problem, and then we can go over this question together. Good? Okay, so let's do it together. So what's the first step?
Find the least common denominator between 7
find
and
the
3.
common denominator between which two numbers?
The two denominators, 7 and 3.
Yeah, 7 and 3, not 12 and 5, or not 12 and 3, something like that. Only the denominator, which is our
21.
7 and 3. Yes?
Yeah.
So what's the LCD this case?
21.
21. Okay, let me pause for a second. So if you don't understand how we got LCD equal 21, let us know, please. You all get, we got the LCD equal 21? Kelvin? Okay, then now what's the second step?
You multiply the least common denominator to both fractions.
Yeah, we multiply LCD to both fraction. So multiply 21, 21. As I told you from the first questions, you can multiply first, divide, but my recommendation, you may do division first here. So what's the 21 divided by 7?
3.
3. So become 3. Now 12 times 3 becomes
36.
36. Now 21 divided by 3,
7.
7. And then 5 times 7,
35.
35. Okay. So does 36 and 35 share any common factor?
5.
5?
Yeah.
I don't see 5 times something become 36 though.
Oh. Yeah.
Heidi, do you see any common factor between 36 and 35?
No. Not good.
No. So that is the answer for this problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then what about these questions? Let us see here. So 1/4 minus 1/5 over 1/2 minus 3/10. Okay, so unlike previous two questions, now we have even more complicated fraction. But the same thing here. So can you tell me what are the denominators?
4, 5, and 2 and 10.
4, 5, and
2 and 10.
2 and 10.
2 and 10.
Make sense?
Yeah.
They're all denominator values. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're looking for LCD among 4, 5, 2, and 10. So LCD of 4, 5, 2, and 10.
They're both 20.
20?
For both of them, yeah.
So let's find out here. So I guess 5 is factor of 10, right? And 2 is factor of 4, so we can find out common factor between 4 and 10. So as you see, 4 means, so 4 and 10, what is the common factor we can divide together?
2.
2. Then we go 2 and 5, nothing else here, so you multiply them, then become LCD equal to 2 times 2 times 5 equal to 20. That's good, okay. So we found 20 here. Now, what was the second step?
The same thing for 2 and 10.
Yeah, we multiply 20 every fraction.
Yeah.
So multiply 20 every fraction here. Then this come out 104 times 20 minus 105 times 20 over 1/2 times 20 minus 3/10 times 20. Good. Okay, so what's the 104 times 20?
This equals to 5.
It's become 5 minus 105 times 20,
4.
4 over 1/2 times 20,
10.
10 minus 3/10 times 20,
6.
6. Okay. So you simplify this one, then 1/4. that will be the answer for this complex fraction. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna give you some multiple problems. Please try same page, number 1, D, E, F. Okay, so page 21. So chapter 3, page 21, number 1, D, E, and F.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you about 5 or 10 minutes. So maybe 5 minutes. You try that, and then we can review together later. Okay. Okay, so let's start going over. So D. So 5/6, oops, minus 2/9 over 1/3 plus 3/4. Okay, so did you find common denominator?
The 12.
36 on the top one.
Yeah, 36, I guess so. Heidi, did you get 36 too?
I had 36 at first, but you
so
said
can you speak a little bit loudly?
18.
Not 36? Okay, so let's find out.
18 would work too.
So 6, 9, and 3 and 4. Okay, basically 3 is common factor of 6, right?
yeah.
So I'm gonna delete that because this is already common factor. So then 6, 9, 4. So we know that 6 and 9, they will share common multiple. So I'm gonna do 6 and 9, 6 and 4 first. I mean, you can do 6 and 9 as well, but because of 6 and 4, they're even number, I wanna start with those two numbers. So 6 and 4, what is the common factor?
2.
2. So it becomes 3 and 2 here. So no more sharing, so multiply them, then you will get 12.
Yeah.
Okay, now 12 and 9. So what's the common factor between 12 and 9?
3.
36.
So basically, I guess with 3, then 4 and 3 here, right?
Yeah.
No more common factor, so multiply them, then you will get 3 times 4 times 3, so become 36. So that's the correct least common multiple number. Okay. And then, so let me ask you one more time. So you understand how I procedure to get LCD here?
Yeah.
Okay. And now we multiply 36 to all different fractions. Okay, so I'm gonna distribute and indicate that they're multiplication. So 5/6 times 36 minus 2/9 times 36 over 1/3 times 36 plus 3/4 times 36. Okay, so as I told you, you can multiply, divide, but I just better do dividing first and then multiply. There will be a smaller number. So what's the 36 divided by 6?
5.
So 36 divided by 6.
6.
6.
6, right? So become 6, and then 5 times 6 become
30.
30. Now 36 divided by 9,
4,
4. And 2 times 4,
8,
8. And 36 divided by 3,
12,
12. Because it's 1 here, so I'm not going to do anything. Now 36 divided by 4,
9,
9. And then 3 times 9,
27,
27.
27. Okay. Now we just calculate base math here. Then 30 minus 8,
22,
22. And 12 plus 27,
39,
39. So can you find any common factor between 22 and 39?
No.
No. So that should be the final answer for this problem. Okay. Then now E. So 5 plus 2 over 7 over 1 minus 3 over 5. So this case, did you find common denominator?
No.
No? Okay. Now, so 5 and 1, can you rewrite as a fraction form?
5 over
Five.
1 and 1
Exactly.
over 1.
So 5 over 1 plus 2 over 7. And then this also become 1 over 1 minus 3 over 5 here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then now it looks really familiar what we have done so far. So what can be LCD for this case?
35,
175.
35, exactly, 35, okay. So let's multiply 35 every fraction. Okay, then this becomes 5 over 1 times 35 plus 2 over 7 times 35 over 1 over 1 times 35 minus 3 over 5 times 35 here. Okay. Basically, 35 divided by 1 becomes 35. So you need to multiply 35 and 5. If you do it, what do you get?
175,
75?
175,
175. So 175 plus 35 divided by 7.
5,
So 5 times 2, so become 10.
10,
And then this, I know this, 35 minus 35 divided by 5.
11,
7 times 3, so
21,
21. Okay. Okay, then 175 plus 10 becomes
185.
185 over 14.
14. Yeah, 14.
14?
It's negative 14, right?
14.
It's 14, right? Because 35 is bigger than 21, so 14.
Oh. Mhm.
Then now, can you find common factor between 185 and the 14? I mean, we can check out
7,
major full number. So I don't think we can, it doesn't mean minus. It doesn't mean, I mean, the 5 is not even number, so we cannot divide by 2. We cannot divide by 5 either. No 3. What about 7?
No,
Can we divide by 2 number by 7?
I don't think so, because it's going to give us a decimal on the 185.
Yeah, so that will be our final answer. Any questions? So hopefully you can figure out F by yourself, and then if you have more questions, then we can review later. Now I want to move number 2. Number 2 is So 3x squared 5y cubed over 6x over 12y squared x. Oh my god, now we have variables too. So it looks even more complicated. But I want to say the procedure will be exactly same. Okay. So please find two common denominators for me. So what are the denominators?
5 and 12.
As you see, we see 5y cubed and 12y squared x. That will be our two denominators. Okay, because it looks a little bit more complicated, so I'm gonna just using L-shape method here. So please watch this carefully. You don't have to copy this one because I'm recording it and then it will be posted on the Blackboard, so you can review all the time. So it's more important to listen first. So 5y cubed and 12y squared x. Now we are finding common factor between two monomials here. Okay, 5y cubed and 12y squared x. Can you find any common factor?
Y squared.
Y squared only. Because number doesn't show any common factor and this one doesn't have x term, so y squared will be only common factor. Okay, then this become
5y
5y
and
and then
12x.
12x. Okay, let me ask you. If you don't understand how we got 5y and 12x, just speak up so I can understand you don't know yet, so I can go over more detail. So can I guess you all understand how we got 5y and the 12x?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. All right then. You multiply L shape, then there will be your LCD here. So LCD becomes 5y times 12x times y squared, which means 5 times 12 become 60.
Yes.
And then we have 1x here, the 1, 2, 3. So y cubed. That will be our LCD. Once more here, 5 times 12, 60. X down here, y 1, 2, 3. That's why it become y cubed. Second step, we multiply LCD to each fraction. So this become multiply 60 x y cubed multiply 60 x y cubed. Okay, so now, so I see, please let me know if you don't understand. So I guess y cubed is gone. And 60 divided by 5 becomes 12. So looks like the numerator becomes 3x squared times 12x. And denominator, so x is gone. And then y squared, so becomes just the y. And 12 and 60, so becomes 5. So denominator factor becomes 6x times 5y. Make sense to you so far?
Yeah.
So you know what I did here, right? So I simplify 60 and 5, so I got 12. And there's no x term on denominator, so no canceling out between x's. And the y cube, the same factor, so I eliminate them. So therefore, it becomes existing factor 3x squared times 12x. So that's why here. And denominator part, so 60 over 12 becomes 5. And then x and x is gone. Y squared, y cubed. So y cubed, we take a y squared, so become left over y. That's why we got y here. Okay. Now, of course, we can multiply out, but between numerator and denominator, can we simplify? Which means, can you see any common factor? I think we can simplify x and x, and 6 and 12, which is 2. Then the answer becomes 6x squared over 5y. That will be the answer for this problem. Get it? Okay, I'm gonna show one more and then also give you some practice time and then we can check the answer together. So C here, C. So x minus 4 over 5x squared over 3x minus 12 over 10x. Okay, so the first question case, everything was monomial. So monomial means everything is formed as multiplication or division. But this case, now we have binomial, both these fractions numerator and bottom fraction numerator as well. So whenever you see binomial or polynomial, then you need to factoring first. Okay. So as you see this one and this one, you need to do factoring. So x minus 4 just prime factor, so we can rewrite x minus 4. And then 5x squared. Now this become common factor between 3x and 12 become 3. So x minus 4 over 10x. So just in case, I also put parentheses so that it represented. We find the factoring form. Okay. So everything become monomial form here. So take out two denominator. Denominators are 5x squared and 10x. So let's find out LCD between 5x squared and 10x. Okay. What are the common factor between 5x squared and 10x? So first of all,
5x.
between 5 and 10, we can divide by 5, right? So x squared and 2x come down here. And x squared and 2x, common factor becomes x, so x and 2. Okay, I think that's it. And you multiply them, then 5 times x times 2, so become 10x squared. Make sense? Okay, then as we did all the time, we multiply common denominator to each fraction. Okay, so this becomes x minus 4 over 5x squared times 10x squared over 3 times x minus 4 over 10x times 10x squared. Okay, so let's simplify together. So in this case, I see x squared is gone, and 5 and 10, it becomes 2. So the numerator becomes 2 times x minus 4, and denominator 10, and then x and x squared, so this become x. So I can say this becomes 3x times x minus 4. Okay. Do you see any common factor between numerator and denominator?
X minus 4.
Yeah, x minus 4. So this canceled out, then answer become 2 over
3x.
3x. Okay. So that will be the answer for this problem. So I think I better show just one more, and then rest of the time we can practice. So I may give you a bunch of questions. So page 22, I want to start doing this question here. F 1 over a plus 1 over 1 over a squared minus 1. Okay. So we need to find all the denominator value. So I'm gonna mark it here. So as you know, this one you can rewrite over 1. So the denominators are a1, a squared 1, right? So it looks like we are finding a common denominator between a and a squared. A and a squared. So what's the common factor between a and a squared?
A.
A.
A. Then become 1 becomes a. So multiply out, then this becomes a squared. So we multiply a squared to all the fractions. Then this becomes 1 over a times a squared plus 1 over 1 times a squared over 1 over a squared times a squared minus 1 over 1 times a squared. Okay. So start simplifying. Then this is gone. So become a. So you understand why I got 1 over a times a squared becomes a, right? So now a plus this become a squared over this is gone. So 1 minus a squared. Okay. I really wish this is our final answer, but there's one more step here because this is binomial, also binomial. So you can do factoring if possible. What's the common factor between a and a squared?
A.
A. Then become 1 plus a. Now this one, how to factor out?
This is the great power factor is 1, right?
Squared you can rewrite it 1 square minus a square. So basically, do you remember the factoring a square minus b square?
Yeah, difference of squares.
Yes, so because a plus b, a minus b, right? I mean, you will use this factoring method a lot, so you need to practice as much as you can, so that whenever you see this kind of form, you automatically factor like that. Otherwise, you will have a hard time for upper level class. So this becomes 1 plus a and 1 minus a. Therefore, we cancel out common factor. The answer becomes a over 1 minus a. That will be our final answer for this problem. Okay, then I'm gonna give you some practice problem between page 21 and 22. Number, I think it's number 2. Yeah. Please practice B and D, E, G, and then J, please. Okay. So I'm gonna assign you about 15 minutes. And then fortunately, Lala is here, so she can also help. Okay. You guys have any question? Also ask me or Lala. Okay, I'm gonna assign you 15 minutes. Please solve B, D, E, G, E, G, and J, please.
Can you go up a little bit?
Yes.
This like this. We find the common denominator for the up and down. For up, for example, is a. It's 1 plus a divided by a. All expression divide 1 minus a squared divided by a square. And then we switch the denominator and we make it 1 plus a divided by a, multiply. Now a squared divided by 1 minus a square. And then when we multiply, it's going to be open a squared plus a third divided by a minus a third. And then we factor a square up and a down. And then we simplify and it's going to become the same answer.
I mean, there are many different ways to solve this problem. I mean, I want to say simplifying, but the virtual classroom case in the I cannot share many different ways. So if you have any different way, just do it. That's fine too. So as long as you know how to simplify, that's fine. But through this class, I only introduce one method.
Okay.
Okay. So of course, you know, if we go up here, the typical way to simplifying is where was it? It's all the way up here, maybe. So that's the basically this is our typical way to do, first of all.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
then
saying.
many people have different ways too. You know, there's some people want to just simplify the numerator first and denominator second, and then they combine together. But you know, when I just explore this kind of simplifying problems, I found out that, you know, just finding out LCD between two fractions as a complex fraction form and multiply that, then in most of the case, I can apply this method. Therefore, you know, I only introduce, so finding LCD between the numerator fraction and denominator, and we simplify. But if you can simplify using different methods, that's totally fine with you. Okay, so just do it. Don't worry about that. Through this lesson, I only introduce one method. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
So shall we review the problems? So let me copy the question B first. Oh, where's the P21? It is 24p forward, 7ps squared over 9p3 over 8s squared.
Who is doing the B?
Heidi, can I ask you the answer for this problem?
192 over 63.
I cannot hear you well, so can you speak a little bit loudly?
192
I couldn't hear you, sorry.
I got 192 over 63.
So 263 here,
Oh, no. 192 over 63.
or 63, the denominator, what's the numerator again?
192.
192. Okay, so did you get this answer? 192 over 63?
Yes.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
So yes or no?
S3. I got. No.
Okay, so let's review. So what are the denominators?
7p s squared.
8.
7ps squared over, I mean the nas squared, right?
It's 8
Yeah.
S5, that one.
Marshall, say one more time.
It's 8 S5, not S2.
Yeah, it's S5.
Oh, 5. Oops. Okay, my mistake.
And the answer is going to be 192 S3 divided by 63.
192 over 62.
No, 192 multiply S3 divided by 63.
Okay, somehow I cannot hear you well. So the numerator 195,
No, 192
192 over.
63 multiply S3.
Okay, 63 as 3.
S3 is up.
Three up.
What?
Up.
Oh,
S3 up.
so 192 as 3 over 63.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Kevin, what do you think?
It's fine.
So because Heidi didn't get this answer, so let's review anyway. So we take out 7p s squared and then 8 as fifth. Okay. So between 7p s squared and the s8 s fifth, what's the common factor?
S squared.
S squared. Okay, then this becomes 7p and then 8s cubed. Anything else? No, so we
No.
multiply this, then 7p times s squared times 8 s 3, so 56 p s fifth, right? So if I made a mistake, you should let me know. Otherwise, I trust my answer. And we multiply this to each fraction. So what I want to do, I temporarily this on plus side here. Can I delete it? So multiply 56 p as fifth, multiply 56 p as fifth. Okay, then I can see 7 and 56 become 8. P and P is gone. S squared become S cubed. Now 8 and 56 becomes 7. S fifth is gone. Okay. Then the
7p.
numerator becomes 24 P4 times 8 S cubed over bottom 9 P cubed times 7 P. Okay. I mean, of course, I can multiply right away, but I mean, as this factoring form, it may be easier for me to simplify. Then, so I'm gonna simplify from here. So I can see P4, P3, P is gone, and 24 and 9 or 8. Can you find any common factor? I think 3 may be common factor between 24 and 9, right? So then becomes 3, becomes 8. So am I right?
You said 3 is not a common factor of 24 and 9.
Yeah, it is.
24 divided by 3 isn't it possible?
Yeah, it is. It's 8.
Yeah, it's 8, right? So become 64 S cubed over, I get 21. Did we get this answer? So somehow we got totally different answer, and then, oh, then actually we need to simplify this one too.
Yeah.
That's the reason. Okay. So answer becomes 64 S cubed over 21. So as you know, even though that's the correct answers, you know, because it is not completely simplifying, so be careful. We need to go until here basically.
Could you go back to how you crossed out like the 24 PF P4 like that before you got to the 64 S3 over 21? The step before that.
Excuse me?
Go back to the step before you got 64 S cubed over 21.
Yeah.
Could you go over it again? The
Oh, so
24
here,
P4. Yeah.
oh, I can just delete all this mark and then we show you one more time. Okay. You know, instead of multiplying 24 and A and then P4 and S cube and 9 and 7 and P cube and P4 P, I'm gonna simplify from here between up and down basically. So first of all, P4 and P cube, you can make P. And then now P and P is gone because of the common factor between numerator and denominator. There's no S factor on denominator, so we keep S cubed. Now, so then I can rewrite this 24, 8, S cubed so far, and then 9 times 7. Okay. Of course, you can multiply 24 and 8, but beforehand, can we simplify any two numbers between numerator and denominator? So I see that 24 and 9, they share a common factor, which is 3. So that's why I simplify them first. So divide by 3, then this become 8, this become 3. And no more common factor. So now finally we multiply them, then this become 64 S cubed over 21. That's how we got. Okay. All right. What about, so next question was, it was D, right? D, which is the x squared minus 36 over 12 over x plus 6 over 6. Okay. Again, you have multiple different ways to simplify this expression, but we are only covering one method here. So can I ask Christ? So we see a numerator, they are binomial expressions, right?
Yeah.
Then what's the first step we should do it before we doing the same steps?
You can expand x squared minus 36.
How to expand?
So it would be x minus 6 times x plus 6.
Oh, you mean factoring? You mean factoring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you do factoring first. So it becomes x plus 6, x minus 6 over 12 over x plus 6 over 6. Okay. Now, can you find common denominator between two denominators?
Can't you just simplify from here?
You can do that. That's why, you know, in this case, you know how to simplify, just do it. But as I told you before, these virtual lessons, we only cover one method, okay? I mean, in class environment, then, you know, I can ask you to come on and show your work like that. It's really easy to do it. But in online environment, sometimes it's kind of complicated and then takes much more time. So you know how to do it, just do it. Then I'm sure you will get the same answer.
Okay.
But anyway, we only cover using LCD method here. So what's the LCD between two fractions?
Well,
I got 72.
Or 36.
Yeah, 72 can be common denominator, but we want to find out least common denominator.
36.
So 12 and 6. What's the common factor between 12 and 6?
3.
Oh, 6.
6.
6.
6.
Then 2 and 1. So 6 times 2 times 1 becomes 12. So LCD becomes 12. Again, you can use like a 24, 36, 72. That's totally fine. Okay. Now we multiply 12. Then this is gone. And this become 2. Therefore, this become x plus 6, x minus 6 over 2 times x plus 6. Then we have a common factor. Heidi, what is it?
X plus 6.
Yeah, x plus 6. So it's gone. So answer becomes x minus 6 over 2. That will be the answer for this problem. Okay? So then what was the next questions? E. E. E is 1 over a minus 1 over 1 over a. Okay. Can you find the common denominator between the numerator factor and denominator factor?
1 over A.
Common denominator.
Oh. A.
A. Okay. So let me tell you the difference between E and D here. D case, we have numerator over denominator and numerator over denominator. But this one is totally two different fractions here. Binomial fraction. So you need, before combining, I rather just find out LCD and multiply out. So
1 minus A divided by A.
yeah. So multiply A then becomes 1 over A times A minus 1 times A over 1 over A times A. Therefore, this becomes 1 minus A over 1, which means 1 minus A. Okay.
Was I making noise?
Excuse me? So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know, but somehow today I cannot hear you well, so speak a little bit loudly. Okay, the next one is
G.
G. Okay. So G here, G. G is 1 over x plus 1 over y over 1 over x minus 1 over y here. Okay. Can you tell me what's the common denominator?
XY.
Yeah, x times y. Okay. Did you get LCD become x times y? If not, let us know.
I did it.
Okay, so let me check individually. Okay, so Heidi, did you get LCD become x times y?
Yeah.
Kelvin?
Yes.
Okay, then Mohammed
Yeah.
and Marshall.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then Alondra,
Yes.
Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, then now we can just multiply xy every fraction, and this become 1 over x times xy plus 1 over y times xy over 1 over x times xy minus 1 over y times xy. This is the actual extra step. I show them how to multiply and simplify, but if you can simplify from here, so from here, then just do it. Okay, you don't have to do this step all the time. Then now x is gone,
Right.
y is gone, and x is gone again, y is gone again. So okay, now left over will be y plus x over y minus x. That's the answer. Yes?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, so I, so 16 over x minus x over 4 plus x. Okay. So this is good questions. Can you tell me what's the common denominator?
X.
X, right? Because our denominator fraction, denominator expression doesn't have denominator. So that's the only our denominator. That's great. So we multiply x both the numerator and denominator, then this becomes 16 over x times x minus x times x over 4 plus x times x. Actually, I don't want to make you confused, so I'm going to just do 4x plus x squared. Okay. Then this is gone, so 16 minus x squared over 4x plus x squared. Now, binomial over binomial. So you need to factoring. Okay. Who can tell me factoring for 16 minus x squared?
4 minus x, 4 plus x.
Yes, 4 minus x, 4 plus x over, what's the common factor between 4x and x squared?
X.
X. Okay, then x, 4 plus x. Again, if you don't understand how we got those factors, you really have to practice a lot. The factoring I cannot go over all the time, so you need to practice. You know, I already posted the 200 factoring question on the Blackboard, so please practice. I'm begging you, okay? Now, common factor is this one, so we cancel them out. Then answer becomes 4 minus x over x. That will be the answer for this problem, okay? Any questions? All right, then I'm gonna just because announcement. I also gonna cover section 3.3, addition and subtraction of rational expressions. So after that, I will just assign some extra question, which means you can practice besides work homework question. And this coming Wednesday, we can go over those questions. Okay? Yeah. So please go to page 15, chapter 3:15. So we will talk about one easy simple fraction problem, such as 5 over 8 plus 1 over 2. And then the other one, I'm gonna make it up. So you can see on the workbook, 1 over 3 plus 1 over 5. Okay. So first problem case, what will be our common denominator?
8.
8. Or you can do this way. So in this case, we can rewrite this. 5 means, so first of all, 8 and 2 here. Common factor becomes 2, so it becomes 4, it becomes 1. You multiply them, there will be 8. Okay, so LCD becomes 8. Okay, now look carefully here. So this A case is already include 2 here. So we only multiply 2 to 4. As you see, A only become 1 here. So 2 to 4. So you multiply 4 and 4. Then this becomes 5 over 8 plus 4 over 8. That's why become 9 over 8. So please look carefully what I'm doing, because this step also we can apply when we combine two polynomial expressions as well. Okay. Now this case, do these two numbers share any common factor?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah,
If
15.
not, then
That's
my
common
suggestion,
multiple.
you multiply 5 to here and 3 to here, basically.
15.
I know it looks really complicated, but I'm gonna say one more time here. Because two denominators do not share any common factor, so I'm gonna multiply this denominator value to this, both numerator and denominator, and 3 to both numerator and denominator to this fraction. Then this becomes 5 over 15. Because 5 times 1, 5, 3 times 5, 15, plus 3 over 15. Therefore, this becomes 8 over 15 here. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is the only two cases anyway, but what if we have three or more than three fractions? So we will just cover maybe one simple problem, but has the more than two fraction, which is 6/14 minus 3/21 plus 3/7 here. So as you see, now look through it carefully, then 14 means, so 14, 21, and 7. What's the common factor for all the three different fractions here? I mean denominator value,
7.
which is 7. Okay, so then we can make this is 2, this is 3, and this is 1, right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
The common denominator you multiply like this, then I think 42. Yeah, LCD become 42.
Yeah, 42.
42. Okay. Now, whenever like we have three different things, now you need to find out which we have to multiply. So 42 means 7 times 6. 21 times 2. 14 times 3 basically. So 18/42 minus 6/42 plus 18/42 again. Then answer becomes 18 minus 6 plus 18/42, so 12 plus 18/42, which is 30
Yes.
or 42. Okay, we need to simplify though. What's the common factor between 30 and 42? So if you get confused, then 30 and 42. You have 4 choices, 2,
6.
5, 3, 7. Which one can be common factor here?
6.
Oh, you can put 6 right away, then that's even better. 5 and 7, so answer become 5/7 here. Okay, so that's kind of simple fraction case. So now we do a little bit harder one. Like
Come here.
so which is page 17. So I will do D first. So 4C over C minus 3 minus 1 over C plus 1. Okay. The focal point is you look at two denominators. They both are binomial, right? Both binomial. And do they share any common factor? No common factors, right? Therefore, it looks like this problem basically. So what I want to do, I'm gonna multiply this to both numerator and denominator, and this C minus 3 to both the numerator and denominator. Okay, then this becomes 4C times C plus 1 minus 1 times C minus 3 over C minus 3 C plus 1 C minus 3 C plus 1. Therefore, this becomes 4C squared plus 4C over C minus 3 C plus 1 minus, I can see C minus 3 over C minus 3 times C plus 1. Since they have a common denominator, we can combine them. So 4c squared plus 4c minus c minus 3 over c minus 3, c plus 1. Then this becomes 4c squared plus 4c minus c minus 3 over c minus 3, c plus 1. Therefore, 4c squared plus 3c minus 3 over c minus 3, c plus 1. Wow, it's a long procedure, but now look at here. What is this? It's like a trinomials, right? Like an ax squared plus bx plus c form. So, hi Andre, how are you? Now we need to factor this out. So 4c squared plus 3c minus 3. Multiply this out. Then c squared plus 3c minus 12. Don't forget we have a equal to 4. Now, multiply them out, negative 12. The sum becomes 3. Can you find two numbers?
Oye, al otro.
Multiply them, negative 12. The sum becomes 3. So we can do 12 and 1, 6 and 2, 4 and 3. Nothing, right? Nothing. So I can say that's the answer. Okay. But what if this is factorable? Then you need factoring out and then try to simplify. Good. Okay, then one more and then I'm gonna give you time to practice. What about A? A is 4x plus 1 over 2x minus 10 minus x plus 3 over x minus 5. Okay. Now, the first fraction, everything is binomial, both the numerator and denominator. Also, second fractions too. So whenever you see binomial, then try to factoring out. So this is already prime, so I just copy down 4x plus 1. But denominator, what will be the common factor? Andrew, what's the common factor between 2x and 10?
2.
2, right? So then x minus 5 and x plus 3 and x minus 5 here. Okay. Then do you see common denominator here? So this case, 2 times x minus 5, and this one only x minus 5. So easier way to do, please highlight common factor on each fraction. You see what I did? I only highlight common factor between two denominators. Now, do you see any extra?
2.
2. So this fraction has 2, but it doesn't have it, which means you multiply the extra things to second fraction. Okay, then just in case, before I'm going to solving it, what if we got maybe 4x plus 1 over 2 times x minus 5 minus maybe 3 x plus 3 over 3 times x minus 5. Then as you see, that's the common factors, right? As you see, I highlighted common factor between two denominators, then we have two different extra, 2 and 3 here. Then you need to multiply those extra to two different fractions. So 2 goes to here and here. And then 3 goes to here and here. You know what I'm talking about?
How did you get to 3?
I just made up. That's why I put what if.
Oh.
Okay, so the this one has only one extra on this fraction, but what if we have both fractions? Then you need to multiply extra to the fraction that doesn't have it, basically. That's why I indicate that. Okay, so in this case, that's the only our common factor between two denominator, and 2 is extra, so you multiply 2 to this fraction. Then this becomes 4x plus 1 over 2 times x minus 5 minus 2 times x plus 3 over 2 times x minus 5. So you know what I'm doing, right? It should be really clear. Otherwise, when I assign a little bit more complicated problem, you may get harder time. So please let me know. Make sense to you? Andrew, make sense? Okay, so anyway, now, since we have exactly common denominator, same common denominator, we can keep as one denominator on combined numerator. So 4x plus 1 minus 2 times x plus 3 over 2 times x minus 5. Therefore, 4x plus 1 minus 2x minus 6 over 2x minus 5. To simplify, then 2x minus 5 over 2x minus 5. Okay, do you see any common factor between 2x and 5 on numerator? I don't see either, so that should be our final answer for this combining two fractions. Okay, so let's practice some problems. So page 17. Number 5, we will practice letter B, and then E, maybe I over K. So 4 questions. I'm gonna assign you about, so this is not easy question, so maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So try those questions.
3m plus 12. You gotta realize you could factor that into 3 parentheses m plus 4. Then the other side was minus 4, m minus 4.
Yeah.
So I distributed this number to this whole fraction, and then ended up with this 3 m minus 4. But I know the differences in the signs, and I can't do what we just did for the previous problem. To this problem.
Well, as you see, m plus 4, m minus 4, they're not the common factor.
Yeah.
So you also need to multiply m minus 4 to the first fraction.
To this?
And m plus 4 to the second fraction.
So I need to multiply this here and here?
Yeah, basically m minus 4 to both numerator and denominator of the first fraction. And
All
3
right.
times m plus 4. Okay, you did 3 already. Okay. Now m plus 4 to second fraction again.
What?
M plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do this to what? This fraction?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so let me copy what you did, and then so one second. So you have this um 4m plus 2 over 3m plus 4 minus 3m minus 2 over m minus 4 so far, right?
3m minus 4.
Oh yeah, 3m minus 4, sorry. Okay, and now because plus 4 and minus 4, they're also different factor, so you multiply this to both here and here, and then this factor become here and here. That will be your next step.
All right.
Okay, yeah. So keep on trying, and then maybe a few minutes later, I can double check your work again. Okay.
All right.
Okay, then let's start going over the questions together. So the first one, Mohammed,
Yeah.
did you find out your mistake, or did you complete the work?
I tried. I couldn't.
Okay, then let me see your work first.
I multiplied across, like you said, for the first fraction. Then I started doing. I thought I was doing it wrong because
Just one
them
second.
numbers were just getting.
I don't know why it doesn't make your videos bigger.
I see mine is bigger on the screen.
Really? Okay, so first plus 1 over, okay, where is this? I need to see everything. Show the from the beginning.
Start from right there, and then to right
Oh, it's easy. Don't hurry over. No, not like this. Can you rotate 90 degree, please? Okay, that's good. So first plus 1 over 3x first plus 1 minus 2x plus 3 over, so okay, so let's do it together. Okay, one second.
here.
Good. Look at mine too.
Okay, so then show yours, please. Andrew?
Yeah.
That's your curtain, man.
So okay, so 4m plus 2 times m minus 4 minus 3m plus 12 times m minus 2. Okay, it looks good. Okay, and then 4m squared plus 2m minus 16m minus 8 minus, that's great. So you didn't open the parentheses. Okay, 3m squared minus 6m plus 12m minus 24, and then over. For denominator, you don't have to expand it, but that's fine too. So 4m squared plus 2m minus 16m minus 8. Okay, so far so good. And now, so m squared
Minus 20.
minus 20m.
Yeah, plus 16. Should be up.
Okay, minus 20. Why minus 20m? 14. Okay, so minus 14. But
Minus 20.
negative time negative become positive. Andrew. You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
So you know the second last row, basically getting the last row answer, m squared minus 20m. You get that, right?
Yes.
But
Plus 16.
because on the third row you have minus time 3m squared
Yes.
minus 6m plus 2. So distribute by negative sign.
Everything
then it
changes.
must be plus 6m. So then it should be minus 8m, not minus 20m.
Oh, okay.
And then let me see the last number, minus 8. And then minus 8 and then minus 24 should be minus 32.
All right.
Make sense?
Yeah, I got it. I
Yeah.
just didn't put the sign.
Yeah. So let's go over the question together. All right. So like Andrew did here, so I will do from the beginning again.
Minus 20. Okay.
So 4m plus 2 over 3m plus 12 minus m minus 2 over m minus 4. Okay. After factoring to denominator, then you will get 4m plus 2 over 3 times m plus 4 minus m minus 2 over m minus 4 so far, right? Okay, and now as you see, this factor and this factor, they don't share any common factor, basically. So you multiplying this factor to both numerator and denominator for second fraction, and you multiply this one to first fraction, both the numerator and denominator. Then this becomes 4m plus 2 times m minus 4 minus m minus 2, 3m plus 4 over. So anyway, after you multiply that, that become common denominator. So I'm gonna skip one step. Please allow me to do so. So 3m plus 4 and m minus 4 so far. Now like Andrew did, so I'm gonna expand it. Then this becomes, so 4m squared minus 16m plus 2m minus 8 minus, now that become actually 3m plus 12. So 3m squared
Plus 12.
plus 12m
Minus 16. Minus 6.
minus 6m
Minus 24.
minus 24. Okay. Then over 3m plus 4 m minus 4. Now we open the parentheses. Then 4m squared minus, so I can say 14m minus 14m, combine two like terms,
Right.
minus 8
Minus 3m.
and minus 3m squared minus 12m plus 6m plus 24. When you open this, then everything must be opposite sign because of the negative sign here.
Yes.
Over 3m plus 4 m minus 4. Sorry. Now simplify.
M.
This becomes m squared
Minus 20m.
minus 14m minus 12m
Minus
plus
26.
6m
Minus 20m.
minus 20m. Oh, okay, then Andrew maybe was right. 20m, and minus 8
Plus 16.
plus 16
Yes.
over 3m plus 4 and m minus 4. Okay, this is the, so this is the also trinomial form. So can we factoring out? Is it factorable?
We can't.
We cannot. Okay, then answer becomes m squared minus 20m plus 16 over 3m plus 4 and m minus 4. That will be your final answer. Okay, then who can show your work? Letter E.
Later E. Yeah.
Letter E. Can you share your work, please? Okay. So letter E.
Close.
So 1 over x minus y. And then 2xy over x squared minus y. Right, the square sign, it looks like 4 to me.
Which one?
Y square or y fourth?
Square, x square minus y square.
Okay, okay. All right, then. So it becomes x squared minus y squared minus 2xy times y minus y. Okay. So like Marshall case, you treat them x minus y and the x squared minus y squared don't share a common factor. Okay. Then
I can't see the screen recording. I just see my camera bigger.
2x squared y minus 2yx 2xy
Professor.
squared equal to,
Professor.
okay, that's good. So, and the x squared minus y squared minus the 2x squared y plus 2y
Hello?
squared. And now I don't
We can't
understand
see.
your last step.
Professor, we
I
can't
can't
see.
see it. We can't see. All I see is my camera.
My last one?
Professor,
can't
we
see
can't
the
see.
board.
X
Screen recording.
squared minus y squared minus 2x squared
Professor,
y
if you hear us,
plus
we can't see the
2xy
board.
squared 2 x minus
No,
y
can you hear us?
times x minus 2xy.
Professor, can you hear us?
My last one, what I did is like,
Yo, what the fuck?
I separated. My last,
Did you use grouping?
my last,
Yo, we can't see.
You cannot see?
No,
No.
you see it.
I see my
1 second.
camera.
So that's weird.
Get it, daddy.
Nigga, wow.
It's too black.
Here.
You can only see Muhammad.
Yeah.
Make Marshall cameras bigger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming.
So that's not what I want to do. I want to just.
Yo, it's back to me.
Okay, you don't see Marshall's work. Okay, so.
No.
You see my camera.
Yes.
So you don't see his work at all?
No,
You
we.
just see me.
But it's small.
I only see Mohammed.
You see Mohammed one.
Yeah.
I can see his paper, but it's too small. I cannot even read it.
Oh, okay. All right, then let's do it together. So maybe next time I'm gonna find out better way to share your work together. Okay, 1 second. So.
But we can't see the work. Only Muhammad.
You can only see my
Yeah,
camera.
he's the only one on the thing.
But change the big
Yeah, let's leave all the one. Okay. So.
I don't know why.
Well, anyway, so let's do it together. So the question is E, 1 over x minus y
Justin, cierra la puerta.
minus 2xy
Cierra la
over
puerta.
x squared minus y squared. I mean, for me, I want to find out factoring for denominator. Then this becomes 1 over x minus y minus 2xy over. If you do factoring this one, what do you get?
XY times XY.
Yeah, x plus y times x minus y. So as you see, we'll common factor x minus y here, right?
Yeah.
And do you see extra here? Extra factor?
No. X plus Y, that's it, right?
Yeah, with extra is x plus y only on this side. So you need to multiply this here and here, basically. Okay, then this becomes x plus y over
Over X plus Y.
now x minus y times x plus y minus 2xy over x minus y, x plus y. Therefore, x plus y minus 2xy over x minus y, x plus y.
Why didn't the X minus Y's cancel out?
factor. So factoring out numerator. So I guess this is the final answer.
Why didn't the X minus Y's cancel out?
No, you cannot do that because this is the trinomial form here, trinomial, right?
No.
And this is binomial. Binomial. So you want to cancel this out, then you need to make this monomial form, which means factoring and then make sure you are multiplying factor by factor. But this one already have 3 different terms, which means trinomial. So you cannot just randomly cancel x plus y and x plus y. So that should be the final answer for these problems. Now, I think we can do one more, which is I. So we will do together, and then I'm gonna assign some extra question for this coming Wednesday. So 3 over 2t minus 5 plus 21 over 8t squared minus 14t minus 15. Okay, does anyone complete factoring for this trinomial?
I did.
Yeah, what is that? This one?
So that formula is 8t minus 20.
2t minus 5. 2, not 4.
Oh, so 2t minus 5 times?
14 plus 3.
Okay, so based on that, we can rewrite this 3 over 2t minus 5 plus 21 over 2t minus 5 and 4t plus 3. So as you see, common factor become 2t minus 5 here, right? Now with extra, which is this one. So multiply these two here and here. Then this becomes 3 times 4t plus 3 over 2t minus 5, 4t plus 3 plus 21 over 2t minus 5, and then 4t plus 3 here. Okay. And now, just distribute and then combine right term, then 12t plus 9 plus 21 over 2t minus 5, 4t plus 3. Therefore, 12t plus 30
Yes.
over 2t minus 5 and 4t plus 3. Okay. What's the common factor between 12 and 30?
6.
Maybe 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6. Then 2t plus 5 over 2t
Al otro lado.
minus 5
Pero para el otro lado.
4t plus 3, right?
Dale seguro.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't see any common factor between numerator and denominator. So I guess that should be our final answer for this problem. Okay. Yeah, I try to find better way. I mean, I also explore how to utilize more Zoom even more. Then maybe Wednesday, I can let you share your work to your classmates. Anyway, so that's all today, and then I'm gonna post, the practice problem for this coming Wednesday. So please do so. Of course, I assigned work homework as well, but Wednesday we start going over the question I assigned today. So please complete that, and then Wednesday when we cover those questions, you are following our lesson very well. Okay.
I got a
Any
question.
question before we finish the class?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Like today I didn't know if there was a class or not. Like we didn't get no email or nothing. I just had to email you. Like, can you like let us know like the room ID number so we could just log on automatically? Because I was up since like 9 o'clock.
Yeah. So I
There's
have posted link on the Blackboard already.
the link on Blackboard.
Yeah,
I
it
posted.
says the date and the time.
I
Yeah.
went there, but it sent me to YouTube.
Okay. Just in case, I also email you then. Okay.
Email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Nope.
All right, then. Have a good day, and then I will see you on Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, my office
Bye.
hour begin 2 to 3 today as well. So if you wanna go over this question with me, just join the office hour.
All right.
All right, then. If there's no more question, then have a good day. I will see you on Wednesday.
You too.
You too.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye. Marcel.